you this because I know a lot of people saying, okay, man, they're retiring or they retired and whatnot. Well, let me ask you two questions. The first thing is, why don't you tell them like your professional career? What did you, now that it's behind you, what did you guys do professionally? I mean, I know what it is, but let the people know what you've done over all these years since you retired. Can you hear me?
Having trouble.
Can you hear me?
Often caused by
I can hear you.
Plug into the router.
Oh,
Plug into the router.
No, I can hear you.
No, take your system and do that.
I can hear you. So, okay. So this is what we're gonna do. Are y'all ready? Can you hear me?
okay.
Amen. Everybody stay tuned.
There we go. It was good.
Okay, unmute the mic.
Yeah.
Okay, let me unmute the mic. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, great. Because this is going to be a great story. So people stay tuned. Even if we have any technical difficulties, stay tuned. Could you let everybody know, since you guys are retired, what is your professional background? What have y'all done?
Let's start off. We both retired military.
Okay.
We both served in the United States Army. After retirement, we both went over to the federal government, and we retired from the federal government after 20 years apiece. I spent 24 years in the Army. She spent 20.
Yeah. Okay. And y'all worked I know y'all ended up in DC. I know, Cindy, you worked at the Pentagon for a while, and then you worked at
I worked in Congress on Capitol Hill. I worked in Capitol Hill on the Senate side.
Okay. So I'm sure you've seen some things on that side as well.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I know you had sent me a picture when you said it was your last day slugging into work.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you feel about, because one of the things that we take a lot of phone calls, and we talk to people who are at retirement age, but they've never been to South Africa. Would you suggest they look at South Africa seriously, since you guys have been here and you guys are retired?
Most definitely. We always try to say, it's just a certain type of peace there. So that hustle and bustle it's like it just gonna fall off of you. We also suggest they come there because your money goes further. I mean, the truth be told, I mean, that's the main reason, because our money will go further there. This will be the first time, because, our house here is sold. This will be the first time that we are debt free. Can you imagine that? We're retired and we owe nothing. Owe nothing to no one. And once we get there, we plan to keep it that way. Yeah. So can you imagine that piece of retiring and not having to worry about any type of income? Because, I think I did retire about 2 years early. I said I don't have time to wait. Time is of the essence. It was time for us to and so being there, it kind of makes up the difference of me going early, and I just want to be able to just live comfortable, live in peace, and just enjoy the rest of our life. Like we said, we've done all we can and could for the kids. Yeah. And they're all off doing their thing. So we're gonna enjoy our days.
Excellent.
So I would highly encourage anybody that was in the process of retiring. They announced at my retirement ceremony that I was going there, and they was like, "What? How can that be? Why would you do that?" Well, let me tell you, and it's like, how can you possibly do that? Well, for one, we went for a visit.
You went to several visits.
We went to several visits, and we knew what we wanted.
6 visits to be exact.
6 visits. And we decided this would be the best choice for us.
Well, let me ask you this.
Financially, too.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. So you guys came on proper visits. You weren't here like by the seat of your pants. So once you came on your first proper visits, you felt comfortable enough to continue to return?
Yes, and bring other people. Bring
Yeah.
other people with us. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
No, it's no, and you have to feel, and I say this, I have to feel comfortable with any environment if I'm taking my mother or my family there.
Correct.
That's first and foremost. I mean, it's places in the state that I don't feel comfortable going. So
Yeah.
I have to feel comfortable, one, myself, and two, that I'm going to take my family, my mother, my kids. So it's just, you have to have that comfort level in order to do that. And you have to make sure you understand where you're going, where you're going at, understand the culture, understand the laws, the rules, because everywhere you go, it's rules and laws that you have to abide by.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And then coming through your company, the Real South Africa, it made it so much easier for us to maneuver around. Now that we've been there 6 times, but those first couple of times, we felt good knowing that, okay, we're lead us around, let us know what we can and cannot do, and it felt more comfortable that way of trying to learn the area first.
Yeah. I would say too that I think over that time you guys, you started understanding who South Africans are as people.
Right.
Even though we are compatible in a lot of ways, we have a lot of little differences that are differences. But you guys, over a period of time, spending weeks at a time, you guys picked up on it, and it's easy to adapt to. Definitely, for one, and then of course, just understanding the culture. And just seeing how things are, I think you guys never felt like you were just walking around another American city. I think you understood you guys. Yeah, exactly. Can you explain it?
Well, I mean, just for two, I got 2 examples. Going to Tasha's in Rosebank. Every single time that we've come back there, the manager there, she runs up to me like she just saw me last week. You're back, and we hug and we chit chat and catch up. What?
Yeah.
That's unusual. The second thing is the last time we brought his mother there, she wasn't feeling well one night. She wanted some soup. We walked down to one of the restaurants and they said, no, we don't have soup. And so I'm like, okay, thank you. I was going to walk out. She said, no. After I explained to her, I said, because my mother-in-law is looking for some soup. She's not feeling well. Let me make you something. So she made up this concoction of soup and said, here, give this to mommy. And I was like, how much is that? And she said, no, for mommy. And I was like, what? We don't have soup, but let me make you some.
Yeah.
You can't never walk into Chili's and say that.
No. No. The answer's no.
No is no. So stuff like that is another reason why we like, oh, this is where we need to be. Because they care for people. They care for each other. As soon as I said his mother, she was like, well, hold up.
Yeah, that matters.
Let's take care of mommy. She said she went back there and she made something and said, here, just take it. Give it to her.
Yeah.
I was like, good gracious. Yeah, so stuff like that, it means a lot. And you don't get that here. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this: as far as and that's a great story because I didn't even know that, but I know there's a lot of things that happen that obviously I don't have privy to. But one thing I want to ask you is this: I mean, you guys have been coming back and forth for years. You guys have seen probably in the short amount of time you've been coming back and forth, you've probably seen a lot of progress here as far as like the buildings, the infrastructure. Have you noticed that how well it's maintained, or in comparison to where, let's say, Stafford, Virginia? Because I think in Stafford is still waiting for a movie theater.
Yeah.
That was been promised 10, 12 years ago.
Right. Right. And that's not fair to compare the two because there's no comparison. I mean,
Yeah.
the roads there are impeccable. You know,
Mhm.
you don't have all the potholes and you know, all the it just they go Archer.
Yeah.
Um, no, there's no comparison from here to there. You know, even the malls,
Mhm.
is just incredible. I mean, everything there is seen more new. Everything is
Yes.
new and fresh, and you know, it's. I mean, you can't say Stafford. You know,
I wouldn't put. I'll say Johannesburg. Their infrastructure is better than some in the States. I don't
Yeah.
think you can go there looking have a need for as if you Wi-Fi or internet or the this just the infrastructure. Period. They got some of the to me beautiful infrastructure. The
Mhm.
the architect there is the buildings, the street. It is. Yeah, I mean it's spectacular. It really is. They take a backseat to nobody.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then of course the people are amazing here. Obviously, you guys run across, and I tell people all the time, because I understand that we have this way of thinking in the U.S. We're very guarded, especially as Black people. We're very like, I don't want no problems, or I'm not trying to get involved in this and get involved in that. But when you come here, you're automatically involved in pretty much everything. And the people, they don't exclude you just because your accent is a little funny because
Right.
you talk funny. As an American, we do
Talk
talk
funny.
we talk funny. We don't have a South African accent in any way, but they tend to enjoy our accent. So,
Ooh.
but yeah, so I can tell you, unequivocally once you arrive here, because matter of fact, when are you guys arriving?
Friday.
I'm sorry, what?
Saturday.
Oh yeah,
we leave out Friday. We
yeah,
get there.
we get there Saturday. Yes.
Yeah.
So your
Bags
countdown is
bags already packed. We ready.
Yeah, so this isn't a situation where somebody's talking about coming to South Africa and trying to put together a plan. Over the years, they took advantage of that time to put
Yeah.
together that plan and to put something in motion. And then in the meanwhile, they use that time to get to know South Africa, get to know the people and the terrain and just their cultures. And so, I mean, to me, honestly, that's what I was doing, and that's what we was doing the whole time. Because when we came in 2011, I was actually looking at pictures from 2018 or
No.
2015 or 14, one of those years, because we came so many times when we started looking at homes. Because we was
Yeah.
like, yeah, we're looking at homes,
Yeah.
and it was incredible. And so that's why we try to make it available to the people that are coming, especially through our real estate tour. Because when people come on that real estate tour,
It motivates.
oh my God,
It motivates.
and obviously you guys saw property. So when y'all guys saw property, I mean, what happened? What happened? Talk to me.
Well, it's like we never wanted to run off half cocked.
Yeah.
We always want everything has to be in order. Yeah, he said that's cute or whatever. But everything had to be in order, meaning we had to make sure that we're had our visas. We had to make sure that our money was straight, the kids were straight, the parents were straight. Everything had to be in order before we made a decision to even think about looking at the house. In the meantime, I was looking at the house, but he was making sure everything was dressed. But the houses, oh my goodness, amazing. When I came home, the first time we went in that gray house, I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I come home like this old raggedy shack. I want this old raggedy house.
Yeah.
I have a very nice house.
Yes, you do.
I had a very nice house, absolutely.
Right. A couple days
But
later.
the whole infrastructure, all the stuff that I dreamt about in my lifetime that I would like to have. How they say the dream home. I thought I was in the dream home. No.
Mm-hmm.
Them houses there, some dream homes. I mean, beautiful, beautiful home, and with the whole balconies off your bedroom.
Yeah,
That stuff you see in LA with rich millionaires, and now
yeah,
this is being afforded to us.
yeah.
Wow.
Hi, I'm Trevor Noah, and I'm South African. And because I'm South African, people from all over the world insist on asking me questions about South Africa. So, I decided to make an ad to answer some of those fascinating questions. Like, how cold and snowy is your Christmas? Well, Tracy, unfortunately, we can't afford snow. Nah, I'm just playing. We're in the Southern Hemisphere, which means when it's freezing in Connecticut, it's fantastic in Cape Town. Klaus sent me this one. Can you play golf in South Africa? Well, Klaus, we actually have some of the finest golf courses in the world, but judging by your 37 handicap, can you play golf? How many stars are your 5-star hotels? Brian wants to know, can I meet the lions? Well, I don't know if you want to meet them, but you can see them on safari. And get this, it's not just lions, Brian. We've got everything. There's elephants, there's rhinos, there's giraffes, there's buffaloes, there's leopards. Come on, man, expand your horizons. Ostriches. Is South Africa fun? Is it fun? Are you even watching this commercial, Michelle? Paragliding, bungee jumping, surfing, river rafting, shark cage diving, hot air balloons, hiking, cycling, wine tasting, whatever this guy's doing. Does that not look like fun to you, Michelle? Does that not look like fun? So, now that I've shown you South Africa, my only question is, when are you coming to experience it for yourself?
All right, guys. As you guys have probably already figured out, you guys have the opportunity to come on the 2024 real estate tour here in South Africa with the Real South Africa. And the last crew that came here for the 2023 real estate tour had an absolutely amazing time. They got the opportunity to bond together as a group. They became good friends, people that they did not know. And then, of course, they had the opportunity to have the chance, I'm going to say, to understand South African culture for the time that they were here. But as you can see, they had a great time, and that's going to be you as well. coming here on a trip, getting a chance to meet people. And then, of course, everybody has the same idea. I want to get an opportunity to see Africa, South Africa in particular. And number two, being able to see property that is very nice here in the Republic of South Africa. Now, the group that came here obviously before, and then there was a group before that. So this is our third opportunity. And all I can say is that each and every time we've done it, it's gotten a little bit better. People absolutely enjoy, and that's why you need to go ahead and sign up for the trip. Let me tell you a little bit about it. First of all, everything is first class across the board. The service that you're going to get is first class across the board. The food that you're going to eat, that you're going to discover, is first class. The transportation that we put you in when you go around the city is first class. So everything is first class. And I think that's why everybody absolutely fell in love with the real estate tour, because for a period of time, they got an opportunity to do everything, get access, gain access to properties that they never had an opportunity to see before. And then even if they came on their own, they probably wouldn't have seen it. So you guys probably don't know, but we do have an education summit the second day that you're here. So again, you arrive in country. At that point, basically all we're going to do is collect you, take you to your hotel, let you guys absolutely just get on, just collect yourselves. And of course you can go eat, have dinner, do all these different things. You're not going to know anyone besides the persons that you came with. But then after that, we educate you. We put you in a room with all the people that you need to speak to. We put you in the rooms with property developers. We put you in the room with CEOs of certain properties. We put you in a room with everybody that you need to talk to. So if you have questions about how it works here in South Africa, well, this is the time. That's when you're going to learn. So we do that so all the questions can be answered. So if you're here looking for investment properties, then you can talk to the people. They will explain to you in detail how it all works. And it's not like you're talking to someone who is a middle manager or somebody at the very bottom. You're speaking to the people that actually created the programs and the ones that are going to actually gain you that access that you're going to need. And we bring those people in the room with you. But again, after all of that, then we get you access to the properties themselves. Now, the estates, most of the estates here in South Africa, they're very private, meaning that they don't generally allow these types of things. But of course, we're the real South Africa. They work with us very well, and they want us to bring people, from the Americas, simply because, first of all, they want to showcase what they have. They want people to see what they have, go back and tell everybody, hey, this is what we have here in South Africa. So again, the access is second to none. And of course, everybody that generally comes on the trip, once they get here, they understand exactly what I'm talking about, because you just can't pop up in these places. So check it out. It's nice?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You sure?
I appreciate the 5-star service that you have given me, Mark. You know how to
Is it
treat an old
5-star?
soldier.
Is it? Is it 5-star?
Bro, I come out the airport. Brother was right there with a sign up that said Mike Johnson.
Okay.
And he waved. I went. And he
There
took
you go.
me straight to the
Hotel?
D'Angelo.
Yeah.
Michael D'Angelo.
Yeah.
I had a ball, man.
Yeah.
Got lost in the mall.
Oh, yeah, that's okay though.
Man, that mall's so big. If you don't have a compass and a map,
Yeah.
you better be active security.
Hey, you better shoot
at.
a straight asthma.
Yes, sir.
So after being here for a few days and having the opportunity to explore the area, like for example, we will probably have you in Sandton City. Then you get the opportunity in the evening, because we start in the morning roughly about 8 o'clock. And then by 4 o'clock, we're done. We get you back to your hotel where you can rest and do all these things. And then in the evening, you can get with your new friends and explore and meet South Africans, you know, and all of that. So it's a great opportunity to, again, get to see South Africa, but at the same time, you get to see some of the best properties that are here in the country. And all I can tell you is you will not be short of properties. So you're going to get an opportunity to see estates. You get to see standalone homes. You get to see homes that are worth US dollars from as low as 100,000 USD all the way up to a million USD. And it all depends on your flavor, and it all depends on what you do. But at the end of the day, you can actually enter into contracts to purchase property. You do not have to be a resident of South Africa, or you do not have to, have some special permission to buy property. When you sit down with the finance people, because we're going to have finance people there, you can ask those questions. So there's so many reasons to come on this tour. I mean, you get an opportunity to see the culture, you get an opportunity to see how they live, and then you can make a very good decision on what you want to do after you completed the tour. Or, hey, while you're here, you can make the decision while you're here. I know a lot of you guys have been watching our channel for a while, and you've seen many people on the real estate tour. And I can tell you this, I know you want to be one of them. That's why you're watching this video. All I can do is say it's going to be in high demand. I'm also going to tell you that you need to go ahead and put your deposit down and go ahead and get yourself sorted, because when you come here, I'm telling you, it's going to be in November. If you look in this video here, it's warm outside, because in November in South Africa, we're leaving spring going into summer. So everything that you're going to need is here. And of course, like I said, again, we kind of try to, stretch it out over a good period of time, because at the end, you're going to want to relax. So we kind of have a safari experience set up for you. And so most of these people enjoyed it, and you will too. So all I can say is come on to sunny South Africa. Come on the 2024 real estate tour. You're absolutely are going to love it. And everybody who's been here has echoed it. I have plenty of videos on our channel. Check them out. So we'll see you here in sunny South Africa.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today. If you like what you saw, please subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notifications button so you don't miss out on all things The Real South Africa. Thanks again.